The Sinner and the Saint. I'm Melissa Bell.
And I'm Allison Kane.
So, I've been going to the gym now for a couple months, and I now have incredible free time. And so I'm venturing out a little bit. Yep. So last Thursday, I went to water aerobics.
No way.
Which was hysterical.
Oh my, that's not hardcore, actually.
And I'm like, I need the shallow spot, please.
Wow, I never did that. There was something about putting on a bathing suit and like getting in the water inside and all that.
You know what? I'm just here. And then it gets better. So then I decided that it's a spa now. And so I went to the hot tub.
Oh.
And then I really went to the lion's den. And I call it the lion's den because it's normally just men in there. I went to the cold plunge, which is right next to the hot tub. Have you done cold plunge before?
No.
I don't know if you should.
No. I did cryo once.
Oh, it's probably similar.
Yeah, it is. But you're not in water.
Yeah.
It's just frigid.
Yeah. So anyways, I survived.
It's actually cold plunge isn't good for women.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. It's good for men, but not women.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I need to know this research. We'll talk.
Sauna is good.
I did the sauna after that.
Yeah, you should skip cold plunge and
I
do
just
sauna.
did it all.
Wow, you went all in.
I did.
How's your drinking problem?
Oh, yes. You know what? It's going a lot better. Sometimes, y'all, we're talking about water.
Yes. Oh, sorry. In case you haven't listened to the previous podcast, she's been trying to drink less water because she's drowning herself.
Yes. I feel a lot better.
Okay, good.
I'm not as tired.
Your body, it was just too much.
Yeah.
Sometimes too much of a good thing will kill you.
That's right. Speaking of killing you.
Uh-huh.
I went to the lion's den again this weekend. That's my new name for the church.
Okay. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
I've been struggling with going to a church building again.
Because you've been watching online.
Yeah.
So
great.
Okay, first, I'm sorry to interrupt.
Please do.
But I'm going to. What brought on the past 2 weeks? What motivated you to go back into the den?
Okay, so first of all, my husband's like, we really should go back to church in person.
Okay. Yeah.
So spiritual leader, yes. But then our son, he needs that spiritual guidance.
Yeah.
And now
sure.
as a high schooler, he will go into the service with us.
Mm-hmm.
Many times the middle school was a little confusing and he really didn't take anything from it because middle schools are hard to control.
Yeah.
Right.
It's organized chaos.
Organized chaos at best.
Right.
And so, anyways, yeah, it's been really good to have him sitting with us. But I say, I'm going to the lion's den. And then I thought, why do I feel that way? And I think it's because I assume that everyone's thinking something about me that they're not as I'm walking into the lion's den.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're still unpacking that.
Mm-hmm.
How about you in the lion's den?
I'm not thinking about what anybody else is thinking about me. I like going to worship in a group setting.
If you bring enough of your personalities with you, you can sit on your couch and have a group setting.
Yeah, I do. I feel as if there is something really powerful about the community and the worshiping together, and seeing other people. Yeah.
I agree with the worshiping together. And I will say, I think I love worshiping together. I really don't care about seeing other people.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not there for the social aspect of it, which is probably part of my problem. But I think I assume that everyone there is putting on a facade. Mm-hmm. And they're probably not. Well, because maybe I had to put on I do have to put on a layer of something to walk into a church.
You've had so much in the past that you're currently working through. You're not quite, but this is a big step.
Right. But I mean, I still feel like I would put on a layer of something to
armor.
Go to church. Yes.
Maybe not a facade, but armor.
Armor.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably a better word.
Protection.
And so then I assume everyone else is doing something similar. And that's not for me to assume.
But aren't we all in life? I mean, the question is, why is that not okay? Because we're all flawed, broken people. And we all, sometimes we put on a smile when we go out in public, even though we're dealing with something really hard. Sometimes, we have to go into a setting where we're forcing ourselves into a situation that we know will be good for us once we get there. They need to hear the word of God. They need to, but they're scared or they're grieving or whatever. And so aren't we all like that every day? Every day I get up and I start my day, not everyone needs to know what's going on in my life. So they could think, well, she's got a facade on. No. I'm still me.
Right.
I guess, but sometimes I am faking a smile when I greet the checkout person and just got off the phone with a friend who shared terrible news.
Right.
That's everyone, and it's okay. So my question is, why does that make you angry? Not angry or intimidated, or I don't know what the word is.
I think it's a turnoff. And I think it's a turnoff. But
Okay.
here's what I think. I think I have faced enough fake Christians that then I just assume that everybody is acting that way. But that they are the exception and not the rule. Most Christians are like us, and they're there to get their dose of goodness for the week to try to continue, right? And they're there to get the joy, and they're there to get the word of God. But I think in my mind, I'm just imagining all the hypocritical encounters that I've had with Christians.
Yeah.
Of which there are many. Of which there are many for all of us.
Yeah, I feel like, though, I look at it in the other way as well, because I know that there have been times when I've been hypocritical, even though you just called me a, quote, real Christian. Sometimes I really F it up.
Yes.
Like, excuse me, listeners. Feeling lots of feelings
Wait
today.
a minute. I don't even think I've ever said that on this podcast.
Gosh,
and I'm
do we have to delete it?
No, absolutely not.
Okay. We'll put a disclaimer in it. Watch out. There's an innuendo. But, I really do. And I really mess it up. What about the morning not too long ago, like less than a year ago, that I finished doing my quiet time in the morning and walked across the street with my dog to let her do her morning business, and then ran into the lady who is a crazy woman about dogs being off the leash.
Yeah.
And I told her I was a grown AWS woman and I didn't need her to manage my life, that I was doing just fine.
We should go visit her after this podcast. We're both getting a little spicy today. We should go see her.
That wasn't very Christian. That was a little bit hypocritical. And then,
I'm not even sure hypocritical is the word. I think I'm thinking more of the people that, as you can see, we're hashing this out right now.
We are totally hashing out. This is what real conversations look like.
I think I'm thinking more like the people that use your prayer request like to gossip, right? Like, maybe I'm just not comfortable in those settings.
So okay, this is so interesting, but you're not even there to visit. You're just going in to worship and listen in a group of people. And you're just thinking that the people around you are judging you. You're thinking that other people would share your prayer request as gossip, but nobody's done it yet.
So what I think I've done is I've taken past experiences and just painted them on this place.
Yeah.
True experiences that have happened and just applied them to everybody. So this also means that going forward, I really can't go out to eat because I've had really bad dinners before. And so I should never go out to eat again.
Right. Or that time you got food poisoning from, like when I was little and I had got food poisoning or stomach bug after eating chili, and I didn't eat chili for 20 years.
Okay, so for me, it was Arby's, and I will never eat Arby's again.
Oh.
And I had a really bad dream about Swiss cheese one time, so I can't do Swiss cheese.
So we're taking that and applying it to the people and not giving them the benefit of the doubt.
Right, whom I don't even know their names, by the way.
Right.
Yeah. I'm just sure that they see me coming in. They know all of my crap. And we're not alike. And so I don't have anything in common with them. So why am I to connect with them? That's what I'm assuming. Or,
Wow.
right. Or maybe I just won't listen to church at all. Maybe I'll just walk away from church completely because that one like person that said they were a Christian and they did this because they were having a bad day. I'm going to hold that all the time about them. I'm going to hold that card. Oh, I can see that they're doing great things, but do you know what they did to me?
It seems like you're holding it as your permission slip not to attend.
I know.
An excuse almost.
It is. And if I
you
hold
created this reasoning.
Yeah. And if I hold it long enough, maybe we'll be able to walk away from God.
Oh.
Completely. Wouldn't that be weird?
Wow.
Wouldn't that be interesting and new?
Oh, wow. Where are we going?
I mean, have you ever known anyone to just walk away from God because they were offended by one person, one Christian? I went to church one time and someone said this and I'm never going back.
I do not know anyone personally that's done that. I've heard stories about people where something tragic has happened in their life and they basically blame God for it and walk away from him and quit going to church. I guess, but I don't know anyone personally. It would be a really interesting conversation to have with someone.
Yeah.
But for me, it is not about God. It is obviously about that person and the walls that they're building so that they won't be hurt. It sounds like you've constructed a very nice fortress with many luxurious bathrooms and,
right?
and wallpaper and chandeliers around your heart to protect you from these church people from your past that have hurt you, it sounds really like have made you feel less than.
Right.
And maybe not worthy and not accepted, which is the opposite of Jesus. But sometimes what I have found is, and this is actually always true, the way that we perceive other people are seeing us is how we see ourselves.
Yep.
And so when people make those comments and say, gosh, I'll pray for you about that, or I'll pray about that for you, or whatever, we take it as an insult and a put down that we're not enough, but that person is just being authentic and like, girl, I can't help you, but I can pray for you. But we take it personally because of where we are in our own hearts.
You know, another way I see people walk away from church and God. This all came out when I was at the Lion's Den. We were singing the song.
Sing it for us.
I sought the Lord and he heard and he answered. Right?
You have such a pretty voice.
So I love that song, but I stopped in the middle of the song and I was like, no, he didn't. Actually, he didn't answer. I will not sing these words. And I wasn't being defiant. I was more just going, no, that's not right. That has not been my experience.
Right. As of late.
Right. And so I'm thinking, I've been praying for this and I've seen no traction. Where's my answer? And so I just sat there and listened.
That's very David of the Psalms of you.
You know me in the Psalms.
It's very acceptable. Anger and grief is good.
Right? And so I was like, he didn't answer. And after sitting, just listening to people sing it, I had the epiphany that actually he did answer. You know, sometimes someone comes to your door and they're trying to sell you popcorn. And you answer the door, but sometimes you're like, no, not today, or maybe later. I already have some, whatever. Sometimes it's yes. A lot of times it's probably no.
Right.
So.
Or I'm allergic.
I'm allergic.
I'm not, but.
What I really felt God was saying is, I've answered. Because have you ever walked through anything without me? Have you ever prayed for me to draw near and you didn't feel my presence? And I was like, you're right. So how many people have walked away from their faith or God or their church because they said God does not answer prayers?
Yeah.
And
a lot.
Or he didn't answer it how they wanted to. And so it really had me thinking, I wonder how many people have left the church. So we've left the church because of the people. We have people are leaving the church because of unanswered prayers.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, scripture, I mean, Jesus tells us to approach God in our prayers and be childlike. But he means that with because children are so trusting and just so open to believe in. I mean, they believe in the Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy, and I'm not saying God is the Tooth Fairy or he's fake. I'm saying they believe, they trust in what they believe in that because we tell them it exists, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like approach God like who he says he is true. He wants us to come like that, not like spoiled brats. Like, I didn't get what I want. I'm
Right.
out of here forever. Now, it is okay to be like that, though, with God and to have a temper tantrum.
Yes, been there.
Read the Psalms. I've actually been practicing this because I'm really bad at it.
Throwing a temper tantrum?
Yeah, but I'm starting to see. I think I'm starting in this just the past few days after looking back and reflecting on my summer and how every few weeks there's been sort of another catastrophe thing to overcome or situation or tribulation or whatever you want to call it. A big old fat rock landed in the middle of the street, messing the freeway. But I think he's trying to break me down to get to that point where I will just be pounding my fist.
100%. Feel it all with him.
Feel it all. Say it. Why? Ask the questions.
Yeah.
Be that person that I don't, for whatever reason, feel makes me feel like a victim. If I act that way, and I'm so opposed to that feeling and that nature, and I think he's helping me practice that.
Oh, that's nice. That's a fun lesson. Said no one ever.
I know. So I'm so proud of you for having that moment. I do remember being in church after my dad's death. And I don't remember what song it was, but I remember having that exact same reaction. Like, I ain't singing those words today.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it. I don't believe him right now. I don't like him right now. I mean, I probably believed him in my heart, but I was like having my little moment. And then God, as like David circles back, in the Psalms all the time, it circles back to, okay, God, I see what this is. This is my grief. You're in this. It's that circling back, the remembering, the returning to the truth that we're anchored in.
Yeah. Yeah, God, he answers in comfort, in peace, in friendships, because also oftentimes the prayers that go unanswered we're praying for somebody else. And we have to remember God would not be God if we didn't get free will. So that person also has free will. Yeah. And so like God's going, I wish you could see the big picture, Melissa.
Yeah.
I just wish you could. But since you can't, I'm going to just sit here with you.
Yeah.
All right. So we're leaving because there are hypocrites at church. We're leaving because God doesn't answer prayers and we're kind of mad at him. What else would make you leave the church, do you think? Or just faith, period.
Just faith in general, not even the den, as you call it.
I mean, we can go with the den or faith.
I think circumstances. I think things that happen to people, which it can, if something catastrophic happens in someone's life, a divorce, a death, or whatever, I think often it is God is a scapegoat. And it's easier to blame God and turn away from him sometimes for people than it is to accept the reality, accept the situation, accept the responsibility, or to accept the reality that that person just made that mistake and chose whatever path. And I think it's those situations sometimes that causes people, from my experience, to like the death of a child or anything, to see people turn away from the Lord with that. It's something that they never get over, and it's almost like that's their coping mechanism. They turn it into anger against him to survive it instead of actually surviving it with him, which is the only way we get through things.
Yeah, I will say, regarding the den, I think that the lion's den has a hard time when hard things happen. They don't always know how to respond.
Right.
And so, or they responded to the very, very best of their ability, but like that's something only God can heal.
Yeah.
And so they're doing their very best, and you still have a hole, and they're not your savior. That sounds really hard. but
so true. Because everyone, this is such a good point. We have different expectations, whether you recognize it or not. We think a church is supposed to be perfect and have it all together. And if you work there, it's going to be different than in the workplace. Those people at the church are broken people because there are no perfect people on this planet. That only happened once, and he is not here anymore. We're just all broken people walking around trying to do our best, hopefully.
Yeah.
With the Lord. I mean, not everyone is trying to do their best. We all have our moments. And then some people turn away, but we do, I think, approach it with a different expectation that isn't realistic.
Yes.
Just because it has the label church.
Yep. Yes. I can tell you, I held a grudge for a long time against a pastor, maybe two, who in my darkest of moments, there was nothing biblical about the response at all. And I just stood there like, well, if this is how we're doing church, I cannot do church.
Right.
You know? But I've definitely released that recently, and just the awareness that who knows what they were dealing with in their life at the time.
They're human too.
Who knows what they encountered on their way to church, or just had to talk to somebody else about. And then, anyway. Yeah.
We do have different expectations. And here's the thing. People in leadership, like pastors, there is a different expectation. Biblically, it even says, those in leadership positions have a greater responsibility, and you'll be held accountable for that. And that's a big job. It doesn't mean that they're always going to be perfect, though.
Oh my gosh. Like on the scale of one of the issues, I was going through a major issue, but like, first of all, that was not the time to even have that conversation. I'm sure if I'd have been like, okay, can we talk about this another time? we could have been fine.
Yeah.
Right. And so anyway, just a little bit of grace for all the people in church leadership, and knowing that when they're there for a service, they're thinking about 100 different things that are happening at the moment.
Yeah.
Not just the conversation. They're trying to make eye contact with you. They're trying to engage with you, but they probably already have somewhere to be right now.
Well, and their lives are falling apart somewhere too.
Right. On top of that.
And they're not God.
Okay. We're no part like excusing anybody's blatant sin as a church leader or anything like that. We're just talking about.
Yeah. Just in general, what can turn people off.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it's so great that you shared those feelings. I'm proud of you for stepping back into church.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you asking those questions.
It's called the Lion's Den.
The den.
Yep.
Yes, the den.
Just kidding, God. I'm sorry.
It's okay if it feels like that right now. Maybe that'll change. I mean, at least you're stepping in and you're not hiding, and you're paying attention to the feelings. And I know that you're not the only one, that there are many more people out there listening that are feeling betrayed in one way or another by someone at church, by their church, by God. And I just pray that God gives you eyes to see what he's doing, what he has for you in this situation, and that you won't turn your back because of one situation or one person or a feeling on God himself.
Right. So today, maybe you're somebody that has stepped away from church for a little while. There are lots of online services. If you don't want to bounce church to church, try them online for a little bit and see if it's something you will enjoy before you take the big step to go into the building. I also want to encourage you to like ask yourself, what is holding me back from church? Was it an encounter with somebody there? Is it my own personal feelings that I think is, going on around me? And God will reveal all this to you. Or are you really disappointed with God? And so what circumstance did you turn your back and decide you're not going to listen to God anymore? Because then you're walking the other direction, right?
And please don't be afraid to tell God you're disappointed in him.
Yeah, he's like, okay, yeah, you and everybody else. Next, yeah. I'm just kidding.
He already knows and would be so grateful if you would just say it out loud and work it through with him. Yeah. And there is something really powerful. We'll talk about this another time, but a situation that I've figured out and been through recently. But as I wrote out just a prayer of acknowledgement and confession and returning to God, I wrote that out because I'm better at writing things before I speak them. I always have been. But then I went back and I read them out loud. And then I read them to someone else. So there is so much power. There are certain words that need to be confessions and returning and admissions that need to be spoken out loud for the power to be released, the power that they have over us. So I hope that you'll do that this week.
I love that. Yep. Yes.
Well, thanks for joining us in the den.
Yeah. Head to the den this weekend. I'm just kidding.
I love it. Maybe, just this idea that you've put in people's heads of approaching it in a different way, that will make it more intriguing and exciting to step back in.
Yeah.
Like go in as a warrior if you have to.
That's right.
Even
if you don't talk to anyone, just sit in the back and pray.
Yeah. Listen, you don't even have to sing those worship songs. Just take them all in. Listen to the words. Let them pour over you.
Yep.
Instead of even trying to sing them.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, thanks for joining us this week on The Sinner and the Saint.